Welcome to Discovering Your Inner Light, Episode 6, with the handler and Carlos Reese, political hunter by day, ghost hunter by night. Now, this episode in the series is based off of my training manual called Discovering Your Inner Light. This is the God Phone Activation Guide. Come get one. It's going to teach you how to use your spirit. This gentleman here, Carlos, well, is politically involved as myself. And, well, I like to say, it's all scary time, that thing, low shit. So why don't we, represent everything we mean to do? Intent is an amazing thing. Of course, scary times, we're going to let God handle all that intent, that follow through, right? Because I can say powerful words and you're like, whoo, what did you say? Well, I said God's going to make sure you're done. So my human form, well, is going to walk the walk while God's, your creator, delivers your faith. Way cool, though. And I am excited about it because at Magnetic Movement, the handler is going to ensure that my people rise on the bones of all lying politicians, corrupt individuals, pieces of shit, all that, dots, I's, and cross T's. I'm going to ensure, first off, y'all are prosecuted for crimes against humanity. You sending people off, the children of the United States, the American people's kids, off to war so you can profit, become millionaires? Shh. I think we have a guillotine for you. A injection, well, you did force that COVID shot. Well, I'm going to force a lethal injection into you lying politicians. Crimes against humanity, prosecution, execution, and then, of course, we have Carlos here. He's going to make sure your spirit makes it to the other side because we're going to go searching your grave to make sure you're dead. Now, Carlos, tell us who you are.
Well, during the day, I follow politics, and I am also a treasurer for a candidate who is running for state rep. And at night, I am a paranormal investigator, and I've been doing the paranormal for approximately 20 to 25 years, and I came across bad and good. And so people believe that there's good and evil. Yes, that is very true, but there's ways to handle evil. For example, when people burn sage to get rid of evil, you have to be very, very careful how you burn sage. You can't just burn sage to get rid of evil. There's proper ways of doing, and there's always good in everyone. So you have to be very, very careful what you do. And if you don't know what you're doing, ask for advice. Don't just do it, because I've seen on some investigations when the clients told us, when they were having issues in our house, in the houses we investigated, they were burning Bibles. I mean, like, really? Well, that explains some of the stuff. Why there's things happening in the house. Another example was when one of our investigator asked, do you mind if we read from the Bible? And when we listened to the audio, and we heard a very deep voice saying yes, and that's a demonic entity. So that entity, he was saying yes, I don't mind if you read from the Bible. So that house had a demonic in that house. How he got there, that's what we were trying to figure it out. So stuff like that, that's what we're trying to investigate and try to get rid of. Sometimes we have to go 2 or 3 times, and we also have a priest and a psychic try to help the families and try to do a cleansing in the house, and they've been doing for years. Try to cleanse the house and bless the families and try to get the spirits out of the house. And a lot of times we help those spirits reach the light, and tell them that we can show them to reach for the light, to go to the other side. And we ask them why they haven't crossed to the other side, and we can ask them for help to cross to the other side. And then we also ask them if they have unfinished business, because sometimes when they died, they don't want to cross over because they have unfinished business, meaning that there's some issues between them and the families, and they don't want to cross over because they still have a message to the families.
Isn't it always issues in the family?
Yes.
I mean, why is it we have so many issues in the family? And do you realize, I've heard recently about how many families are fighting and feuding over the election. It's like left versus right. People that you have grown up with and you love completely, you now are going to push away because of a differing political view. That's ignorance. Okay.
Yeah.
So blatant ignorance, because that's your family, that's your blood, right? You can fight over many reasons. You're an asshole. You're an asshole. Okay, and punch each other out, and then get over it, right? And well, brothers and sisters and mothers and fathers, whatever. But I mean, if you really are that way and you're just not a good person, well, okay, well, good luck to you. But if you have good intent and you're actually just fighting over a different political view, get over it. Soon you're going to realize that your political view means shit, meaning left and the right are part of the same bird. So if the left and the right are part of the same bird, then your vote, well, is going to put something and someone in place. I personally say vote Trump. Trump is a tool. Kamala Harris is a bobblehead. Okay, so Obama is bobbling Kamala Harris's head. Well, Trump, he's a businessman. However, he is a billionaire businessman. So I understand his skepticism, because he's got very wealthy friends, and well, when you're wealthy, you take care of your own, right? But when you aren't wealthy like that, well, we got to take care of our own, okay? And most of us here in the United States of America are not billionaires. We're, and even if you're 80, guess what? I know many 80-year-old veterans that probably are on the street, while the ones that sent them to war and made them die or lose their lives or parts of their body or PTSD or now homeless because they just didn't get the support they needed, because they needed help, because they seen some horrific shit on a war that a politician started to profit off of. That is all war is a bunch of adolescent elites finding new schemes to profit off the ignorance of the American people. of the world's people, but don't bite off more than you can chew. However, I want Carlos, go chew that bone for a while. When I say bone is well, first off, that intent thing. God within is going to play your bones. Okay, what I'm saying is well, magnetic movement is going to make a band and all the instruments out of the bones of all the lying politicians. So if you think that I'm not protected, and if you think that this is not going to happen, trust and believe the words I say are going to happen, because I'm going to make them happen. Whether it's crimes against humanity or your bones being used as a band, for the band to play. I'm going to build a guitar with your rib cage, and I'm going to use your veins to play the strings. This is Halloween. Boo, you motherfuckers! Now, Carlos, go chew on that politician's bone for a while, because I want you to go read his spirit afterwards after that motherfucker's dead for stealing the American people's dreams. Oh yeah, you motherfuckers. Please go.
Thank you. You mentioned about war, and I want to touch bases with war. Myself, my brothers, my parents, and a lot of our cousins.
Mm-hmm.
We were born in West Africa, Angola. At that time, they had the Civil War. And while the Civil War, I mean, during the night we couldn't sleep. We were afraid of the bullets of hitting us. And I still remember you had a duck under a window. And this is, like I said, West Africa, Angola, which was a Portuguese colony. And that's where we were born.
Yeah, so the first off, shout out to the Portuguese. I don't mean to interrupt you. He's got some good topics going on here. We're going to touch on the whole Portuguese thing, yes, but those bullets. Tell me about those bullets. Did they whiz by you? Focus on the bullets.
Well, yeah, and then there's a reason why.
Did any enter your house?
Oh yeah, there was an apartment, and then we moved to an apartment. I think it was the third floor. And I do remember some of the bullets entering our apartment, and that's why you couldn't walk in front of a window. You actually had a duck. And my mother used to tell me that my pajamas were outside in the clothesline, and they were full of bullet holes. Okay. So my father, he was a co-partner on a mini market. So he had to lie to his co-workers or to his employees that he was going to take his family to Portugal and then come back, which he did so. So to make it a long story short, so when we moved to Portugal for like a year or two, and then we had an aunt that was here already in the United States. And then my aunt, legally, she got us to come to the United States legally. Okay?
So you're an American citizen.
So right now, I'm neutralized American citizen. We came here legally. My father had 3 jobs. Full-time in the morning, part-time at night, and another on the weekends. So my point is, now there's the current administration is allowing these immigrants and giving them these free benefits, free health care, free EBT, from free snaps, and free. You go to New York City, you go to Chicago. They're getting all these luxury hotels. And how about the American citizens? Now there's a voter purge that's going on, and there's non-citizens being they're trying to remove these non-citizens, and these Democrats are saying no, that's a violation. It's mind-blowing.
So I want to go back to them bullets right now because, there's those bullets that, entered Carlos's house, right? Well, do you want them entering your house? Remember, your safety is provided by the local police and by the military, if you want, obviously martial law, of course, but they are obviously, providing, a level of intelligence, right? And support for the American people. Well, they are the ones providing your safety. However, they were abandoned and continually are abandoned, whether it be defund the police or you don't support the veterans, you leave them in the streets while allowing all unvetted immigrants to come in here to, to take all their benefits. Why is it the American people constantly paying for everyone else, and yet the American people are the ones in the streets, fighting with high prices of everything? Well, it's because they don't get involved, right? So if the American people start checking the government, then we're going to be a little bit more involved, right? Because each individual didn't just vote. Didn't just say, okay, I lost that one, or I won that one. They actually said, okay, I'm going to get involved in whatever my capabilities are because I don't like what's going on here. I feel like I'm going to lose some shit here, or maybe I'm just content with it. Well, guess what? At some point in time, you're going to have to get involved, or I guess, you're going to be subject to, what they have a plan for you. We don't have to go too deep just yet, but simply put is there is a plan to own you. Right now, do you want to be owned by a Democrat, by a globalist, by Kamala Harris, who is just the face? Do you want her to own everything? I mean, she already went and campaigned and asking your $5 from American people and meant much, much more. But yet her policies, something off there. Wishy-washy every time she's turned around. Is she fracking? Is she not fracking? Well, she does there is a 2030 agenda to go all electric, okay? So why do you think the first thing Biden did when he got into office was shut down the Canadian pipeline? Restrict, the fracking within the United States. Outsource that stuff. I think then we get oil from Ukraine or somewhere. We're making sure we profit off of that trade and everything them elites are doing and the politicians. Remember, just because the elites and the globalists and the bankers are running it and paying for it, well, the American people have handed over their trust to their local and federal representatives that are elected. Now, public servants, simply put. I know police officers that are public servants. Ain't none of them a millionaire, like Nancy Pelosi. Why the rules different for them? They are the elected. We are the neglected. Oh, no. You have allowed that to happen. Now it's like taking candy from a baby. Sorry. God said, you're done. The God phone is waiting for you to pick it up and call and have your own communication with your creator. And then you're going to act like me, but you're going to be you. You're going to be determined. You're going to walk in God's grace. You're going to like, holy shit, man, that bullet could hit me. I could stand in a field of fire and not get burned. God's going to protect me. And I'm not just saying that because, I'm a man of God. I'm saying that is because I've witnessed it myself. Been trained on how to walk in His grace. You just can't get there. You have to learn how to trust. And it's trust and it's belief. It ain't easy. Training guide, God phone. Now, back to them spirits. The spirits of the lying politicians. Let's let's go chew on a politician for a while, right? So, but before going too deep, I just love to give a shout out to here in Guilford here, the TV, Citizen TV, because not every town has one of these, and well, in New Haven, well, they closed in COVID, so there's no longer that level of TV there, and we need people to speak out, right? If you speak out, if you use your voice, well, we'll have a chance, because every day is your choice. What you do with that choice, well, it's yours, right? For now, okay. Remember, in my book, this book is enlightening. Oh, and it's fucking frightening, and much more intriguing than you ever would imagine. Lots of twists and turns. Oh, and I'm not going to throw a Bible at you and say you're going to burn. That's the coolest thing is, I'm not here to judge you. God's not here to judge you. You're here to judge yourself. That's your own demise, your own judgment. Now, ain't that some freaky shit? That you will end yourself with your own judgment. And I'm here to make it happen. Cool shit. Now, Carlos is here is to make sure you get to the other side. Right? Mm-hmm. Remember, my people will rise. There's a lot of people involved in this system that is fucking evil. Now, which side do you want to be on? The handler of magnetic movement, God within, God of everything, the universe, everything that created you and everything around you? Or do you want to be on that corrupt, lying politician, elites, bankers, globalists, the ones that are putting a few dollars in your pocket right now that would throw you under the bus because you're nothing but a number to them? To you, those dollars are like, wow, I'm doing so well. To them, you're like, ooh, I got another sucker. That's a fall guy. They're going down. So now, you're going down if you ride with them. But the coolest thing is your soul will burn. Oh, yeah. But your bones, instruments, mountains, staircases. So now comes the question. Free will and choice. Do you want to be one of the ones climbing the bones? Or do you want to be the bones? All I'm going to assure Carlos, well, he's going to watch it happen and he's going to do some confirmations on the other side. But I'm sure as more and more of us wake up to the God within inside, the spirit, start using our God phones, whew, the transformation of this world is going to start happening really fast. And it's called the awakening. So, grab on tight. Now, Carlos, tell us something empowering, something that you want to go get. Somebody, you say someone, you're protected. You've already been initiated in the magnetic movement. Mm-hmm. And through these handshakes, and through that training God, you can become a knight, right? Yep. You're gonna be ready to fight because once you truly walk in spirit, ain't nothing gonna stop you. But I might have to put you out with this cool fire detector. Now, because I support the firemen, the police, the EMTs, the first responders, well, I do love props, right? And well, y'all are props. If I'm grabbing a hold of you, well, you may just be a prop to me. I have a purpose to make. It's you I'm trying to awake. Now, you may get burned up, but if you're cool, I'll save you. Personally, I want you to save yourself. So, get a fire detector, get a fire alarm, become aware, get involved, ask questions, be the best version of you. You can be the best version of you the minute you wake up and decide, I'm extraordinary, I'm amazing, I'm outstanding, I'm superb. Think it, live it, be it, do it. Actions, not just words. Don't talk to talk. walk the walk. You actually have to do this. If you've been reading that Bible for years, get out the book and start being the book. Now, hoo-yah, I am having fun, right? So now, I want to roll back here. I do want to wish everyone well. I want Carlos to shout out to someone that touches his heart. Who touches your heart?
My parents up in heaven.
All right, so God bless, God within, God everything to your parents up in heaven.
Yep.
My children touch my heart. My Jessica touches my heart. God within is everywhere. Everything I own, everything I love is so protected around me. And this is what I want you to do, because if you're just a red pillar, then you're walking a tightrope without a net. God's the net. The minute you realize that, y'all been talking about it, pick a religion. God's got me. God's got me. Oh, but do you really know what it means when I say God's got me? Trust and believe. I am protected. And I'm coming for you ignorant motherfuckers, and I'm going to use your bones to build a mountain for my people to climb, to get to the top. And forever will your bodies rot. And I'm going to love it watching you fucking in hell drop. Ha. Now, that was a lot of fun, right? And I am excited. I do want to give a shout out to, once again, all the ones that have joined the Magnetic Moon, all the ones who want to improve. You go to the gym, you're trying to improve. However, these are just baby steps. You can't just go and make this one step. Remember, I want you to believe in God. I want you to connect with the Spirit. I want you to get politically involved in your own life. I want you to discover your inner light. I want you to be God within. Am I asking a lot? Well, how about at least going and stopping the United States government from taking any more of our rights of life? Pause that moment. Now, what my goal here is to infiltrate the United States government. We're going to hold that line. What I mean by that is just, since we're all in the same boat, we're going to make friends everywhere that are all in the same boat, that aren't billionaires, that are going to get affected. They take the guns away. Oh, you can just forget about the rest of your rights. You can't stop martial law when you have no way to stop it. And that's what they want. Kamala Harris wants your guns. That's the one thing that the United States has, is crazy motherfuckers that have guns, and they're going to hold that line. I don't want you to go out using them. Trust and believe. We're going to use our intelligence to eliminate. We're going to use lethal injection, guillotines, all legal and whatnot. We're going to chop your heads off and everything like that. But, and then the bones, of course, right? But this force is to hold the line. Police, military, strong motherfuckers. We're going to hold that line. We're going to say, government, you're done. Stop. Inspect, detect. If you're a hacker, we're going to hack the government, all legal and whatnot. Remember, we're going to do this all legal. Watch. The intelligence of God within all of us, and how we outsmart the ones that have taken and stolen the American dream. Now, I want to thank you for tuning in to Discovering Your Inner Light, episode 6, with the handler and Carlos Reese.
Mm-hmm.
Political hunter by day, ghost hunter by night. Booyah, motherfuckers! Yeah!